When you get empty inside, not having anything of the outside world, God entered in your body. You are not remaining the same as you are born. This is your second birth, rebirth. That is called that Divya. That is called the Divya, means the rebirth of someone on this earth. So everything now, when he walks, he eats, he speaks, he looks, everything will be connected to the God. His eyesight belongs to the God. His ears belongs to the God. His mouth belongs to the God. His hands belongs to the God. His legs belongs to the God. Because God had entered inside. So that state of mind is called the godly state, where Jesus says, I am the Son of the God. If you listen to me, you are listening to my Father. If you are looking into my eyes, you look, my Father is there. If you hear to me, you heard that my Father. That what does it mean? This is all that God entered in that body. Can you please throw light on the saying of Jesus? But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. What, dear Jesus, what the cheerful Jesus wants to say to the people who are approaching, who wants to reach to the Father, the God home. This all the sayings of the saints, like the Jesus, all those who went on the way to God home, to the Father home, had talked about only the way to God home, means the God home journey. These all sayings are only for them, those who are on the God home journey, those who wants to go back to the world of immortality, to the world of creation, to the world of Creator, from where the creation is coming, that the original form, that the original face of you, because you are nothing but the face of the God, the Father. But you are not aware of it, that you are as God. Whether you take in any relationships of the world, take yourself as the son or the daughter of the God. You take as the brother or the sister of the God. You take as the husband or the wife of the God. You take uncle or aunt, mother or father, whatever relationships you want to say for the God. Only the thing is that in the world of materialism, in this world of physical body, our relationships are based on the desires, means the demand and the supply. We only work on the demand and supply rule, the principle of economics. that demand and supply is the rules for this physical body world. This materialistic world, this bodily world, the what we say, the Maya, this cannot move without the demand and the supply. If I demand the food for me, the supply will come. If I am demanding something, then only supply is coming. And between the demand and the supply, the joining is by the one which we say, the Maya. The middle part we say, the top of Maya, the money we say, money. Money is the bridge joining between the demand and supply in the materialistic world to move with this physical body and the physical relationships. And wherever the demand and supply rule comes with the money in the middle, there the God is not, it is the God's shadow. Like your shadow comes on the road when you move. So in this shadow, if you think you are with the God, no. God is just the opposite of it. You see, the shadow always comes revert. So Maya is for the physical body. In all the world, materialistic things and the faces. So there the relationships are complete of demand and supply, economic rule. In between, the money. Money, we say the topmost because money can buy and sell anything in the physical world. Even the physical bodies are sold and bought by the money. You know it. Before getting into relationship with anybody, we look into what he is earning, what she is doing, and what. Money is very important, the vital role player between the demand and supply in this world. So this physical body, you can say, works on the economic law of demand and supply. If I demand something from someone, if supply is not coming, I refuse to that relationships even. I refuse to the shopkeeper for any things. I refuse to the relationships. So everything in the physical world which can be seen, heard, smelled, tasted, or the touch is completely on the principle of economics, that the demand and supply. And money as the vital role player. So money we keep in economics at the top. So in the world of materialism, we are asking the outside world things or the faces to have the relationships just for the temporary pleasure. And when we see in the journey of the outside world, in the materialistic world, playing with the all things and the relationships based on the demand and supply, one day or in one birth, we had the chance to know about that is there any rules beyond this? Is there any life beyond this physical body? So when the question comes in the mind that is there anything beyond this, or this is only the life? Is the life only based on the demand and supply? What we do in this world to the things, the non-living, the grocery item, the cloth and all, the shop or house, whatever car we purchase, works on the money. In the relationships also, when we see that it is the principle of demand and supply working, then definitely when there is no supply and one who is demanding is going against, and he is or she is not in love with the other. So that time when the things get annoyed, when one gets annoyed and sad at the deep level, then he thinks about the relationships and the things in the world when he is not getting the supply. So at that time, one realizes this is life or what? At that time, when he had the thirst or the hunger to get into the other side of the life, other side of the coin, that what the life is there anything else where there is no demand and supply rule is going on? Is there any something else where this economy law is not working? So when the one goes in the search of the other part of this life, in the search of that one where demand and supply, the economics is not working. So there one when goes in the search comes is the God home journey. God home journey, the God is the creator, the sustainer, the destroyer, because that the one only can tell you about that which you are asking for. He is the one who had made you. He is the one who will reply for all the things, what questions you had in your mind. So that on the God home journey, when you go, in that you get that whatever the things you are getting in the world of this materialism, where you get disturbed, sad, you are getting ruined by someone, where you are getting so sad, your love is here somewhere getting flawed, cheating. Whatever you have with you, the things, the money, big cash, big bungalows, cars, not able to sleep. In the relationships also you find that until I was supplying, the demanding person was loving me, the parents were loving. Until I was giving, when I stopped giving, they had stopped the loving and they had come to the next platform of hate. But they don't like me now. Unless I was giving, the things are getting reversed. If I am not giving, the things are not so going well. Husband says I was giving everything, doing something, whatever possible, the best for my wife. Wife was taking everything in the positive and respecting and loving me. The moment I stopped giving her, and she had stopped loving us, she had stopped respecting. You see the retired people in the home. Retired people are hardly respected by the family people, the wife or anybody. Well, he's retired. Retired people are hardly respected by the whole staff. They never come to bother about to just say hello to the sir. So these all things, when they see that here only when I am the chair, when I am somewhere giver, then only I am getting in return something from someone, the respect or whatever. But when I am not giver, I am not sitting on some chair, I am not in the office, not retired, or I am not giving something to my parents, to the children, to the husband, to the wife, to the brother, to the sister, they are not loving as earlier. So in that, when one goes to the deep sadness, and if with that questions arises in mind that what the life is, when the life question comes, the God comes automatically in front. Because life is connected to the God. And when you go deep in the God, when you go deep into the answers of your questions, that question's answer starts with the one who had already traveled, who had already gone through all that circumstances of demand and supply rule and got sadness in this world, who had already inquired about the life, who had already inquired what this rule is, where if I am giving something to my children, they are happy, they are loving me. If I give something to my parents, they are happy, loving me. If I give something to my husband, he is happy and giving me. If I am giving something to my wife, if I am giving something to my relations, they are loving, respecting me. If I am wishing someone the birthday, he is wishing me. If I give someone something, he is returning. Otherwise, they are not. If I am going to some hospital for looking someone, he is coming to my somewhere hospital in relation. If my father, mother goes dead, I have gone. On the death, if I have gone, they are coming on the death in our family. I have gone on the marriage, they are coming in the marriage of our family. If I have given 1,000 rupees in the marriage, they are giving me 2,000 or 1,000. If I am not giving, they are not giving at all. This all demand and supply, when one comes to know and had inquired before and traveled in search of the one, the life, before the birth, after the death, what the life is. I am in this body. But how long I will remain in this body of demand and supply? Because this body, physical body, works on the demand and supply rule. You cannot take food from the hotel without the money. If you give the order, get me this thing, that thing, Swiggy or Zomato comes immediately, but he is not giving you if you are not paying him. So he is supplying you, you demand it, but in between, the bridge is money. If no money, demand order is cancelled, no supply. So this is the same with the relationships also. One can understand in the things, but when it comes to the relationships between the parents and children, parents like those children, those who are doing something for them. Those who are not doing, they are not at all happy with them. So they think more for them. Husband who is doing more for the wife, he is considered. But when wife he is not doing, wife is not considering him. If he is working, bringing the money, fulfilling the demands, she says, you love me. And when wife gives everything to the husband, then only he says she loves me. So this is only what the demand and supply. If sister is getting something on the festival, like Raksha Bandhan, from the brother, she is happy. If she is not getting, not happy. So this all things made someone in one life or in the 100 life to think it over, that why this life is so sad. Why nobody loves nobody. Things they understand that things cannot be purchased without the money. But why the relationships need the money? Why the bridge of money between the husband and the wife, mothers and parents and the children, brother and the sister, boss and the servant? Boss and servant we understand, but many relationships. So when one inquires and reaches to the questions and answers with the one who had traveled to the state of where there is only giver, there is nothing in demand. He is only the giver. He is only the supplier. Nowhere he thinks anything in return. He just gives. So when the supplier is there without taking anything, money, without thinking anything in the mid, without the bridge, when there is no bridge between the two, there is a demand and supply is going on without anything in the mid, means not the money, not the seva, nothing, no donation, no seva, nothing. But when you ask, he gives you, she gives you. So that point when one reaches, he understands the God. We say him the God. You tell him super energy, super conscious, whatever the words you speak. You say any word, words are by you. By giving the words, things never change. You say to the sun, the dog, you tame the ball, whatever you say. But sun is sun. It gives hot energy, it gives oxygen, it gives everything. You say anything to the house, but the house remains the house. So God name you can give of your choice. But the main common word in the world given to that super energy, who had made us, who had created us, who is sustaining us, who is going to destroy, we have given the name of the God. To the God, someone says he is my father. Like Jesus said to the God, the Father. Ram Paramahansa said to the God as the mother. Meera said to the God as the beloved. So these are all that what is in the world, all that they have the relationship made, but the difference between the relationships of these people, those who have traveled, reached to the extent where they are completely submerged in the God. The drop had gone into the sea. So there, where the waves had gone into the sea, that point, they are just seeing that they are only the supply. Nothing in between. When there is nothing in between, means no desire, zero desire, just giver. So that is beyond the desires. The Godism is beyond the desire. Beyond the desire means nothing in return, means nothing of this world. Beyond the lust, anger, greed, ego and attachment. One who dissolves in the gods, his origin is beyond the lust, anger, greed, ego and attachment. Because these five are the desires. These five are with the demand and supply rules and regulations. These five are connected to the economy law. Because when the money comes, we are going to spend it to just go for the lust and showing someone the ego, the anger if somebody is not agreeing, greed, I should have big houses, big bungalows, and attachment to these things, even attachment to the car some people have. They will wash with their hands, with their nails they will clean. Attachment to the bungalow, attachment to the post where they are working, attachment to the children. So these five are coming automatically outside. But when we take this outside the materialistic world, five things to the inside, the God world, we see the inside. When these five of this body, physical body, demand and supply, economy rule, with this five is okay, because this is the five required for this physical body: lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment. But when these five go inside, in the conscious, we say the conscious is the main, you can say, the representative of the superconscious. The energy inside is a representative of the super energy. That the soul inside is the representative of the supreme soul. So that inside the agent of the God, the energy, the conscious is pure. That the energy inside is not at all demander. He is not at all demanding anything. They are only supplies. Supplies to this physical body, the energy. Even you worship or not, inside you see the all sewerage items. All your 9 holes of the body are just giving the sewerage items. And that the one who is inside having so much sewerage still giving the perfume through this body. That your outside perfume never works when the energy inside goes out. No dead body can work with the perfume. So this inside who is doing you for everything what you do, that if you want to move your hand, he is the one who is allowing you, who is giving you energy. He is the one inside giving you the hearing capacity. He is the one giving the observing capacity, eating capacity, talking capacity, walking capacity. So the one who is inside, he is nowhere asking anything from you. And the moment you understand that inside is the energy, that representative of the God, you start moving inward. Moving inward means how to reach to the goal, the God. That inside means God-home journey. And in this God-home journey, you need someone, because this is new for you. It is not in the world map. You will not find the maps in the market for going to the God-home. So in that, you need a one who had traveled through this inside journey, the God-home journey, and reached to the goal, the God-home. In other words, one who in the world, with the physical body, in the demand and supply rules, with the money in between, the bridge, working on the lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment market, he is nowhere attached to anything of the physical body to the physical world. He is nowhere attached to lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment in the outer world. And he just sits on the conscious chair inside and looks through this body what is happening in the world. Through this body. And he looks all that, and then he keeps on speaking to the world. He keeps on shouting on the world that you are just sad because you do not know that there is something else beyond this economy law. Economics is just for the outside physical dead body. Inside consciousness is nowhere connected with the economy law, because economic works on the two. There must be two. Then only economic law is there. If there is no two, economy is blast. So inside there is no economic rule will work. That's why we say that God love cannot be purchased by your money, cannot be purchased by your seva. So that is what the representative of the God who had traveled through inside to the inner journey to the God home, who had come back and saying the message to the world as in the form of Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Sai Baba, Ram Paramahansa, Meera, Sahajo, Lalla, Laoju, Sukrat, and all, many. They comes back to the world after going to the God home with the relationships of the world what they speak of, but that relationship is beyond the lust, anger, greed, ego, and attachment. They are beyond the demand and supply. They had come to the economy market, to the business market, to tell the world, to tell the people that there is something else beyond this business market. There is something else beyond this your business love. So let us travel on that way to that God home journey if you want. If you want. Because God is not compelling you still. It is your choice. If you are happy with the outside world of demand and supply, with the money in between, you are happy here, you be here. Not the problem. You had been here for millions of years and you can be here for billions of years. As long as you want to stay on this earth with death and the birth, with a new family, with a new city, with a new house, sometimes the beggar, sometimes the rich, sometimes the peon, sometimes the PM, sometimes the star, sometimes the roaming street dog, whatever. It is your choice. So they keep on telling you all that what they experience in the outer world which you are experiencing, and beyond that, when they traveled on the Godhome journey, they talk all of the Godhome journey. They never talk of the outside world. The outside world is almost the common story. Outside world, you will find the common story in the world. You see anyone in the world, you ask any person who is in the age of 40, 50, he will tell whole story will be matching. Almost all are matching. Only less or the more. Less or the more, the same common story around the world. That's why we make the common point program. That's why the government makes the common policy. Because they know that all these people in the world are facing the same problem. So there is a common policy. But in the world of Godhome, there is nothing like common policy. Because when you go on the Godhome journey, there is a special journey for you. You have your own journey. Individual has his own journey. Destination is same. Destination is same. All that at last will be one. But while going inward, going back to your home, the things will be changing as per the individual personality. So in that, where you stand, the other may not be standing at that point. So if there are people going together, 10, 20, 100, 200, generally it is never more than 100 people, those who are going back. So those people who are going back in that travel of not having any map in the world, not having any identification mark in that returning of the journey, in that Godhome journey, you need a teacher as in the outside materialistic world you had in all that what you have got in the world, your even academic classes, your professional classes, your personal classes. In all the points you had that master, the teacher at schools to teach you about ABCD, teachers, professors at the school to give you the professional knowledge. There were the teacher in the car to tell you about how to drive the car. Everything and anything in the world what you do, you had a master. Your body is not working properly, any problem comes in the body, you go to the doctor, your teacher, he says you do like this, do like that. He's also teacher, guide for you, for your physical body. But the one who is beyond the economy law, beyond the physical body, the God, the one who has reached to the God, he keeps on shouting, speaking to the world because all belong to the God, all faces are of the God. So he keeps on telling to the world, and to whoever had the thirst or the hunger in last birth or in this birth came to inquire about the life, what the life is. In this body, I am the father of so and so, mother of so and so, husband of so and so, wife of so and so, owner of this flat, owner of that company. But before that birth, where I was, who was my mother, father, and children, who are my husband or wife? After the death, where will I be? So that inquiry beyond this economy law, when they starts, they gets the master. We say the master, the teacher. As in the outside world, you know, in the outside world there is a common program, so there is a common maps also. There is a common syllabus also. But still, to know that common syllabus also, you need a teacher in the class. You need a professor to teach you. But in the way of Godhome journey, which is invisible, invisible, that can only be experienced by the individual. That is the problem. Outside world, you get the certificate, you get the degree from the outside world. He is B.Tech, he is M.Tech, you get the job. But in this world, the degree is invisible, the experience is invisible. That's why it is the individual journey, individual taste. Even the 100 going together on the same class, one experiencing, other not experiencing. One says something, second says something. For one, the master is a God. The other for other is not the God. One thing, something, other not thinking. In the same class. Same class, same time they started the class, but there is a difference coming. Because this is inside experience and your complete dedication on the subject, the God. When you go with the teachings of the teacher, with your full trust, then automatically the result will come. If you are not going with the teacher with the full trust on the God home journey, how will you reach? The more you want to reach, speedily you want to reach. If the teacher is belonging to the God home, he will definitely, what he says, when you go through that, you will get the result of that, outcome of that, because he had already traveled through. If I had gone to Mumbai, I am staying in Mumbai. If you ask me where is the 18th road, I will tell you immediately, okay, where you are at airport, go outside, you will get the cab at the left. From there, you just tell him, it is hardly 15 minutes and under the subway in Santacruz, you just come straight and there you will find the temple. And opposite to the temple on the street, the third building you will find outside Return Shiv Niketan. That what? If I know I am going there, I have been there. And when you come in the airport on the arrival and you find everything as same on the way, subway and all, definitely up to subway you had come and all things were right, then how can you not trust that now you just go blindly that you are going to reach there? So in the journey to the God home, if in the beginning you have the doubts, not the problem. Doubts are required. Doubts is the fertilizer. Doubts are the fertilizer. If you have the doubt, you should clear it. But how long will keep on doubting? How long? Because halfway if you had crossed, 75% you had crossed the way, still you have the doubts. So journey you should understand will not be at so speed as it should be. So that is required. And maximum at the last in the journey, the doubts come because this journey makes you dead. That is the problem. In the world, your ego, your I rages with the journey ahead. The more money you get, the more big post you have, the promotions will make you more I come strong. Your ego will be strong. Your I will get more strong. In the outside, the materialistic, the dead world. In the God home journey, in the God world, your more progress will make you die. That is the problem. Revolt. In the outside world, you will get admiration by the people that he is the commissioner, he is the collector, he is the prime minister. So in the way, if you are MLA, you become MP, you get more admiration. When you go to the cabinet minister, you get more admiration. When you go to the PM level, you get more admiration. But in the world of this God home, you will see, you are thinking you are minister, but at last you will be looking like a beggar. That is a problem. That's why the Jesus said in the one, his sayings in Bible, the rich man cannot reach to the God home. Even in the hole of the needle, the camel can move. Camel can move from the needle hole. Rich cannot reach to the God home. Reason behind, it is very difficult for them to go on the same street to beg where they are. It is like you see, the Buddha, son of the king, going in the streets of his own, begging. Vardhaman left his clothes, become naked. Meera dancing on the road from the king palace, she is a queen. I am taking the highest examples. So this is very difficult. When I say difficult, very difficult, always there is a probability of 1%. 1% always probability are there. It is not there for everyone. The rich can come. Anyone can come. It is very difficult. Because one who had moved with so much commandos and with so much respect, chartered plane, backup chartered plane, how can he go and back? But this is the problem. In the God home journey, whoever, wherever you are, you will be thrown to the complete downfall. Complete down. Because you will be no more at last. And that will only be done by the true master. True master is one who just take you out from all the things which you have gathered in your outside world. He will remove you from everything, whatever you have inside of the outside world. Inside you have the family, he will remove your family from inside. You have the business, he will remove from your business from inside. He will just keep you blank inside. At last, he will throw you out also. He will remove you also now. He will ask you to beg. He will ask you in the any form. It is not just to go on the streets, but he will ask you anything which is impossible for you. He will ask you those things which are impossible for you during the time in the outside world, materialistic life. And that impossible when you do, with the relaxed mode, you are past. Now the one who is born as a beggar had been beggar at the death. So God, what says the Kabira also said, as I went in this world, I have come as the same. I had not made anything of this outer world with me. My pockets are empty. As you send me empty hand, I am coming with the empty hand. You send me blank mind, I am coming with the blank mind. I am no more. I am no more the Prime Minister. I am no more the President. I am no more the star. I am no more the rich man. I am no more the father, husband, wife. All the stems which you had in the outside world will be removed by the true master. The true master means the one who takes everything from you. In the world, you will find the religious, what you say, taking the God name in front of you, they will ask you to gather the things outside, the money and everything. They will bless you for the outside world. Spiritual master, the true master, will never bless you for the outside world at all. Because he is going to snatch everything from you. How will he bless you with the big houses or big money or big post? No, not at all. But he will not curse you also that you should not get it. Whatever in your destiny, he will be neutral. Whatever you are going to get, not the problem. But he will not bless you for the outside world. One who bless you for the outside world is not the true master. Just get out from that point. If anyone, the true master, the spiritual master, begging you for the money or the seva even, that just press my legs, touch my feet, who is begging the respect from you, or who is attached to the respect or the money, and who even attached to anything outside of the world, is not the true master. Where anything comes between the two, money, seva, or anything, he is not the master, true master. He will not take you to the God home. So God home journey is required for the one who is completely somewhere tired of this outside world, tired of this all faces, not nobody loves nobody, who is tired of this all money and palaces and posts everywhere outside. So one who is stressed with the outside world and goes with the same energy, what energy he was having for the outside world, in the inner world to the God home, with the complete dedication to the guide, the master, towards his goal, the God home, where the rule of economics is no more, where is only the supply, there is nothing like the demand. So there when he reaches, he just dances like a Mira. He just speaks like all the Buddha and all. He is not bothered about this outside world. So that state of mind is called the godly state, where Jesus says, I am the son of the God. If you listen to me, you are listening to my Father. If you are looking into my eyes, you look, my Father is there. If you hear to me, you heard that my Father. That what does it mean? This is all that God entered in that body. When you get empty inside, not having anything of the outside world, God entered in your body. You are not remaining the same as you were born. This is your second birth, rebirth. That is called that Divya. That is called the Divya, means the rebirth of someone on this earth. So everything now, what he walks, he eats, he speaks, he looks, everything will be connected to the God. His eyesight belongs to the God. His ears belongs to the God. His mouth belongs to the God. His hands belongs to the God. His legs belongs to the God. Because God had entered inside. When you are empty inside, nothing of this outside world, the God enters in you, God takes over the charge of this body. God takes over the charge of this body. We say, na, He is taking the charge. Now, new collector has come, new prime minister has come, he will take the charge, he will oath. But inside, when the God comes, God takes over this body. Now you are with the body. You have removed the God. You have possessed by force. You have thrown God out. Some will see in the Mughal dynasty, we have heard about that these all Aurangzeb and all thrown their father in the jails. They killed their brothers and all just for the throne. So we are the same criminal like Aurangzeb, you can say. Those who have thrown the God, our father, out of this body. We are not less than Aurangzeb, remember it. Outside we may be the very great, that Akbar, and we say that we are very peace soul. But inside, we are Aurangzeb. We have just put our God, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Mother, out of the throne. And inside we have possessed this body. This body is not yours, belongs to the God. So let God come through this body to operate. And when God operates through body, then the saying of the Jesus and all godly people comes true. The total acceptability, as Jesus said. Then that comes automatically. That not brain is accepting. Everything automatically acceptance. Because God had made everything. This body, because of your crimes last birth, had come with all that inside. Whatever you have, the hustle and bustles. So that all are coming into peace when God enters in you. So that time, the same all sayings of the saints of the world, let it be Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak, Ram Paramahansa, Sai Baba, Mira, Sahajo, Lalla, Lauju, Sukrai, all had worked on the same principle. What is that? Total acceptability, as Jesus said. That is word hukam said by the Guru Nanaka. That it is under the command of everything what is going on is all for the right. That is the Krishna said. All what had gone is okay. What is going on is fine. Whatever will happen will be fine. Don't come in between. Same sayings by all. Mahavira, non-violence is the same meaning. Be peace inside. Everything, whatever is going in your life, let it be loss or profit, somebody respecting or disrespecting, whatever going birth or death in your family or outside, remain relaxed. Nothing belongs to you. Because this is a God game. Because of your karmas in the last previous births, these things are happening. So don't make complaint to anyone. Everything what is coming is the reaction of actions you have taken in your last birth. Your karmas are coming back with the results. So when you understand this, you are free from everything inside. That time, God enters in you in the form, if you are deprived of the Father, as Jesus was deprived of the Father. So he asked the God as the Father. You know it. As the story says that there was no father, that Jesus was born right by the God grace. So naturally father was not there. Mother was there, but father was not there. So he was maybe deprived of the father. So he set the God as a father. Meera did not get the love from his husband. So taken the God as a husband. Because Ram Paramahansa was away from his family, from the village in the beginning. He was loving so much to the mother, but taken the God as a mother. So this is all which the relation you have deprived in your life will take God as the same. Generally it happens. But any relationships are with the one only. One had come in all, and this is the just game, the story, and where all the shoots are going on. Shah Rukh Khan may play the role of father, the mother, sometimes the Karishma Kapoor, sometimes she is playing the wife, he is playing the husband. So these are the roles. Roles by the body. And body is nothing but that going to the dust. So dust you should take as dust only. You are dead body, you should accept it, you are dead body. If you think I am Prime Minister, I am Star, I am Governor, I am Though, I am GA, I am Engineer, I am Businessman, you am Father, I am Husband, I am Wife, I am Son, I am Daughter. No. You are dust. Dust is given the shape, and that shape is recognized as per the karma. The director has given the story, what you asked for. In that story, you play your role as a father, as a mother, as a husband, as a wife, as a businessman, as a PM, as a star. But you are going to the dust again. So death, The graveyard or the cremation ground is your destination, from where the next movie will start. And next movie may be the horrible movie, horror movie, because when you become the some dog or animal after the death, that is a horror. You become a snake, horror, because people are fearing from you. Horror movie comes. So this is up to you. You want the decent movie like Guru Nanak, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, or you want that all horror movies? Their movies are so beautiful. All are released till now. When somewhere the clone comes, something is going to be cut, some nagar and all. Thousands of players are coming in some locality. So there first they make the church, temple, gurdwara, mosque or something. So these are the theatres, new theatres opening for their movies. No movie in the world makes so much long stay. Till now, 2000 years, Jesus churches are opening, new opening, no old is closing. This is what required. And it is only the God who made you to go in the God home and get worshipped by the world. Get worshipped means let the people remember you. Your forefathers are not remembered by the people, not by even you. Why these are remembered? Because they had just shifted from this materialistic, the deadly body to the godly body. And between the dead body to the God body, the master required, the true master required on the way because that is new for you. Because whatever outside you get, the religious customs in charge, temple, mosque, that do this namaz, do this, say, lit the candle on Sunday, this all things is common. But God is not common. Individual journey. So on the way to individual journey, in the dark, you need a guide just to catch his hand. When you catch the hand, you have the questions in mind, you can clear it. But if your doubts are not cleared, means if you are not clearing your doubts, then the problem comes. You will never reach. You keep the doubts inside. That's why all two masters says, you just listen to me and vomit whatever in your mind, so that I can make cleanliness inside. Anything coming inside. So that you should get clean, the zero. And one day you will be dissolved in me. And I am already dissolved in the God. So he had caught my hand. I have caught his hand. So we all will be reaching together. There is a chain then. Hand to hand, hand to hand. So this is what the saying, I hope now Jesus saying will come to your mind. So we'll go to the sayings of Jesus now. Jesus says, but, so because this is in between it is taken, when you ask, to whom? To the master. When you ask to the master, the true master. I say they always talk about the truth, God home journey, not for the outside world. And when you ask, people may take in the, because those who are in the dead world, materialistic, they will think in the materialistic way only. And when you ask, but they are never talking about the outside world. Their meanings are very deep for the God home journey people, those who want to go to the Father home. So those who comes on the way to the God home journey, for them, when you ask anything from the master, then what he's saying, when you ask, you must believe and not doubt. What does it mean? Believe means what? It is not that you had experienced. You ask someone that I want to go that place. When you ask on the street, then what you do? You believe that person. You believe him that he is saying, I have to go straight. Even after going there, you find that he tells the wrong. He says, you have come wrong. You have to go to the same point. So you have to believe. You believe the unknown person on the road for your destination. So here what he says, when you ask, you must believe and not doubt. If you have the doubt, you will not go. If you ask on the way, I want to go to the GK1, and he says, go from right and go to that road, and you had doubt, then how will you move? You have to believe. And when you believe, you go across and you reach to the GK1, you say, he's the right person. He's the right person. And this is the invisible way, taking you to the invisible path. Take your invisible destination. So you need believe here more, but you believe less here, because in this way you are not sure about, and outside for the unknown person on the highway, you are immediately believing. See the fun. Life to the God home, your origin, you are not believing that much. As you believe to the person who is unknown on the road, you were just immediately saying him the thank you. But the person who is taking you to the final destination, taking you out of the birth and death cycle, taking you to the bliss state where there will be no sadness or happiness in the same still moment, and you are believing is in the doubt. So he says, what Jesus says, definitely he is saying to the one who are on the Godhome journey, those who are believing also, but they have the doubt also. So he says, when you ask, you don't ask, you keep in mind, you will remain back. If you ask, you must believe and not doubt. And not doubt. So on Godhome journey, you ask something, you believe what he is saying to you without any doubt. Because that way you do not know. You never tell to your teacher in the class when he's teaching you, no, I don't believe, I have the doubt. How you say? You always say, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, because you know. You believe him so much, the class teacher who is teaching you all about the physical body, dead body, which will go with your dead body. The collector post, commissioner post, PM post, CM post will go with the dead body. Nobody remember anybody on this earth. You see, those had gone before 100 years, nobody knows about. In last 50 years, you do not know all prime ministers of India even. Last 75 years, you do not know the presidents of India. You do not know any richest people of this India. Where they all have gone to the dust. But you are now going to the immortal where Jesus, Guru Nanak, Buddha, Mahavira name is still alive after thousands of years. So Jesus says, when you are trying to go to the God home, the Father home, when you ask, if you are not asking, not the problem, sitting at the back and you are just enjoying the lecture, not even asking, forget, whatever, okay. But when you ask, if you are desirous, if you are having the desire to reach the God home, definitely you will clear your doubts. You'll vomit. If you are not so much hungry or thirsty for the God, you will not ask. So that's why Jesus said special words. When you ask, it is for them who ask. Those who are not asking, no question of belief, no question of doubt. When you ask, you must believe. You must. Must means you should. No doubt. And not doubt. So this is for the one who asks. Then further he says, because. Why he says? He says further, why one should believe and not doubt. Because the one who doubts, who believes, who is not believing, one who is not believing, having doubts, even asking. When he is asking also, he is believing, but having doubt also. Then he says, if the one who doubts, who is not totally believing, going ahead with the blind eye, who doubts is like a wave. What Jesus is saying, one who is not believing, he had asked. If not asked, is gone. Not the problem. Believing doubt is not the problem. One who asks, he should believe. If he is not believing, having the doubt, then what happens? The one who doubts is like a wave. Then he is like a wave. Wave in the sea, you have seen? On the beaches, waves comes and goes back to the sea. And sometimes what happens? Further you listen. Because the one who doubts is like a wave. He is giving an example of a wave in the sea. Of the sea. Is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. Blown and tossed by the wind. What does it mean? He says, when one who is not believing, first you should not ask. If you are asking, you are desiring of reaching to the destination. And if you ask, you should believe. If you believe with the doubt, then definitely your going will be partial. Inside your doubt, outside you are in the belief. Then what happens? That will be like a wave of the sea, he says. One who doubts, having belief but having doubts, is like a wave of the sea. So wave of the sea is what? Some waves are going back you have seen, and going to the sea, become still. His waves become the sea. And some waves he says, blown and tossed by the wind. You have seen that first airs are blowing. When airs are blowing, water is thrown in the air. By the air, water is splashed and tossed by the wind. It is thrown. Somewhere the water waves are thrown outside in the dust. You have seen on the sea, beaches who goes, that waves are coming when some waves are going back into the sea. Those who are believing, with no doubt, are going back to the sea. Some waves with the wind below, they are thrown out, tossed. They are tossed with the blown. Air is blowing and taking the waves out of the sea. So they are now at the corner of the sea getting plantation. You must have seen near the beaches, near the rivers, there are the plants coming. This is all that water which is blown up and tossed. The river also is going to the sea, and something in the way, somebody is not trusting, so that with the doubt will be thrown out sometimes. The waves will take out, and that will go as a plant in the corner of the river or the sea. So this is what Jesus is saying about the one who wants to reach to the destination, to the God home journey. If you have come and you want to reach to the destination, the God home, you should be like a wave with going inside, that not blown or tossed by the wind. But the one who believes with no doubts will be going back. One who believes with the doubts, sometime going with the air blown and tossed out. That's why I say, when people on the God home journey comes, at the last or before the last, 90% of the people, those who are going ahead, are withdrawing themselves. Because there at the last, the true master is going to make you completely zero. Completely zero means beggar, completely naked as you are born. No more. Like a child. That's what Jesus said in the Bible. In one says that one will be going to my father home, who will be like an infant in the lap of the mother. That is what he said. That should be in the same brain where he is or she is, who is just born baby, the infant. So you should be like the same. So the master, true master, your guide on the way back from the outside materialistic dead world to the immortal world, to the love world, beyond the economic principles, who is taking you, will keep you completely dissolved in the sea. He will not get you on the way outside somewhere, here and there. And if you are having doubts with the belief, journey will be slow. Journey will be slow. Because what is taught to you, if you are not going in the same way, without the doubts, naturally journey will be having obstacles. It will take long time. And the main important thing that you should not live the way. If you are living the way, going back, then if you are showing back to the master, then you are no more than that the same thing. Going outside in the Maya, the materialistic world, there you will not be able to live peacefully even as earlier you were living in the Maya. And as your ego could not go because of your on the journey with the master who is going to kill you, who is the killer. You know the true master is the killer of you. Killer of not the body, killer of your ego. So that problem comes at last. So in that 90% of people thinks of their chairs or their money, and then they make the shortcoming in the master. Definitely they have to hide themselves. They have to protect their ego to the people where they are going, that he is such, she is such, not this, not that. So that the fun after enjoying so long journey, or after that still outside telling to the world about their purity, about their safety, this is an allegation, accusations on the master. That's why masters get hanged by the society. Masters get poisoned by the society. These all people are those who come near. Remember it. Away people are never fraud. Those who are listening out, they are not even asking. It is only by them, those who believe but with the doubt. At last, they are only the one become the main enemies of the masters. So this is what done by the Jesus also. Judas, one of the prime disciple, coming on the way to the Godhome journey, cheated the Jesus. That is different thing. After that crucifixion, before the crucifixion, he got suicide. Because how one can, if he is telling something right for the master who was wrong, not the problem. But he is telling something for the one who is the true master, he could not recognize. He could not reach to that level to recognize him. Then he is going to commit suicide only. Or if he lives the life in this earth also, it is not the one who is the master will curse. He never curses. Who curses is not the true master. True master is beyond the blessing or the curse. It is the supreme God. The Father makes the one to weep, not only for one life, many lives. Because he had just cheated with the Son of the God. So those who are cheaters with the master, true master, are never lived by the super energy, super conscious, the Father, but not by the true master. True master always forgives everyone on the earth. He is beyond. He even thanks to the one who had made him to caught and crucified. Because he says, no, thank you very much. I had so much of headache by calling this much to the world, shouting on the world, not understanding. I am going back to my Father. Because of your mercy, I am going to my Father. So thank you and forgive him. Because if I would have been here, Jesus says, for life, for 80 years, what would have been? I would have been crying the same, shouting the same as I am doing now. But what would have been the result? And what I have said, if someone has to come, will come with the same. I am not going to die. After death also, I will remain for them, those who will be looking into me. So this is all what Jesus, the loving Jesus, is saying to the people, those who went to the Godhome journey. On the way, different questions, anything asking, they should have the belief and no doubt. Then the journey will be like the waves going back to the sea. And the waves which are going out with the wind, tossed outside, thrown outside on the dust. So they remain in the dust for many, many lives. Because I did not sure about that water will reach up to that level to take them out. May come many births. So this is what the loving Jesus statements, the saying so deep. If you are on the journey, if you are surrendering by mind also, you should be true by mind. True by my mind, as you are true to the teacher in your class, as you are true to the teacher in your car driver who was coaching school teacher, you are true there. You are true on the road if somebody says you to go straight and turn right. But you are not true to the master who is taking you to the God home, your origin. And that will be a big problem for you. Because after many births, you get the chance. Every birth, you don't get the chance. The chance is fulfilled. Then you will see the results. As the true master qualities are always there, but you cannot catch the true master in full unless you reach to that level. Because that's secrets of God love. Secrets of God love. You cannot recognize unless you reach to the level of Godism. So that you have to be blind at last. After 75% of your journey, you have to be blind. Up to 75%, no problem. Have doubts, go ahead. But after 75%, just try to be blind. That is what called the divine blind devotee. Not in the beginning. Otherwise, in the beginning, you are worshipping as you are worshipping outside in the world. 75% journey with the open eye. Last, you have to just kneel down with the blind mind. Blind mind means no mind in front of the master. And just believe and go ahead. And you'll find the destination. 75% is enough to have the doubt. Clear your doubts. If you find wrong, clear before departure from him. Clear. Because once in lifetime you get the chance. Lifetime is after thousands of births you get the chance. So just clear it before departing. That because of this I want to depart from you, my master. So that is what the life stories. You have to reach the God home. And Jesus, the loving Jesus, the ultimate Jesus had said to those, today saying, those who are on the way to the Godhome journey, had to believe with no doubt, so that they can complete their journey as early as possible and can move in this world, the physical body, with a God sitting chair, and the life will be bliss. So this is what we had to pledge to ourselves, to be believe, and with no doubts after 75% of journey, so that accomplish your journey and make your life bright and success.